Hello everyone, Gaming Psychologist here with a little bit of a playtest and a let's play for some upcoming content. I'm going to be doing an Elite Dangerous. Those of you who are podcast listeners have heard me drone on and on about this game for several weeks now. And I finally decided I should actually do something a little more productive with my time in this game. I need to do a bit of test recording, a bit of sound checking, and an audio what's-its. Just to get everything prepared. And I've got, I think, everything set up, but I need to do a longer playtest recording just to see how it's going to go. So I thought, hey, as long as this turns out okay, you guys can come along for the ride. And that's what we're doing right now. Currently, I have got all 3 community goals active, and we are going to be doing some bounty hunting on this one. The second one, restoring order in Nutari. We're going to be doing a bit of bounty hunting. We're headed to a resource extraction site where pirates like to hang out. I'm going to overshoot. But we're heading to one of the high-class extraction sites, which means that there are going to be high-level enemies in more powerful ships, but the police are still present. If you go to a hazardous class resource extraction site, there are no police to help you. You're all on your own. The bounty payouts are huge, but you don't really want to go in there by yourself, even in something like an Anaconda or a Federal Corvette, unless you're just amazing. And I'm decent, but I'm not amazing. So we are taking out my newly combat-equipped Python, which is sporting 2 laser cannons and 4 standard cannons. I should say beam lasers, not laser cannons. And a whole bunch of other stuff designed to extend its combat life, although I just realized I don't have any limpets, so I can't use my hull repair module. Whoops. Looks like we're going to be in the dark side of the planet. Let's bring it in here nice and easy. Hopefully we can score a couple of million credits and not get blown up. I've had bad luck here recently with accidentally tagging a police officer with a missile or a cannon round, which does enough damage to instantly aggro them against you. It's dark. It's alright. The game does, that power plant notification there for anyone who has never played before, the game does allow you to equip your ships with things that draw too much power. You have to set priorities for what modules you want. So when the weapons deploy, they're priority number 1, and I've got some secondary systems that shut down. So we've got some Eagles right off the bat. Small light fighters, very movable. Shouldn't be a problem.
Under attack. Warning. Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
Yeah, they're barely doing anything to my shields. I didn't bother to check to see if all 3 of them were Eagles. They could have a larger friend.
Scan detected.
Some shields. Get out here. Reverse. I think the police have gotten involved. Yeah, looking at the local chat. Oh my. immediately. I should.
Target destroyed.
Sidewinder.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Well, I love how I said that, yeah, they wouldn't be a problem, and the three of those guys nearly chewed through my shield. Honestly, I probably would have gotten whittled down if the cops hadn't showed up. I could have gotten away. I'm faster than an eagle. With my oversized thrusters for this whole size. Secured. These are all secured. Oh, lasers. Let's see, the sort of purplish is mining lasers. So those guys are almost certainly legal. Make sure my lights are on. This is astral field.
Target cargo dropped.
Yeah, Cobra. Cobra's going to feature pretty heavily in my basic tutorial series. That thing is an amazing early game jack of all trades. One of my favorite ships for sort of fun, you know, just shits and giggles reasons. There's no real role that it fits very well, though.
Target shields offline.
Salvage, maybe, or exploration. But most ships can be used pretty well for exploration. Lost target airline. He either went silent running or popped a heat sink.
Target destroyed.
Right, got an asp.
Scan detected.
Something a little closer to my weight class. When properly spec for combat, the asp can be incredibly powerful, but usually the NPCs do not have them spec fully for combat.
Target shields offline.
Oh no, beautiful.
Target destroyed.
I've got much, a couple 100,000 maybe already. Yeah. Not gonna stay here for long. Like I said, just doing some tests, figuring some stuff out. Oh, I'd love to find a Hornet transport. Those are always so much fun. They're just free money.
Scan detected.
Let's see what we got for the THS. Imperial Courier, better target. Bigger and worth more money. During the tutorial series, I'll explain as you work your way up the ships how they're generally worth more, but a courier is worth a lot more than a Viper, which is what I had targeted and wanted before. But the NPCs, not always, but lots of times you'll get a little message from them that's like, "What are you carrying? Let's see what I can find in your cargo hold," stuff like that. And when they do that, it gives you their name automatically, so you can just look in your contact list. Figures. Here come the cops. Alright, let's close up hard points. Oh, fuck. I'm dead. Oh no, I lived. I don't know if I can outrun the police Vipers. But of course, I accidentally tagged a System Authority vessel. Alright, I'm 4.5 kilometers away. 7 kilometers. Alright, that one's staying. Alright, I'm safe. Anyways, like I was saying before I frantically started trying to escape, I didn't see him at all, but apparently one of the system security ships was in my line of fire when I dropped that last cannon round on the Imperial Courier. And the cannons do enough damage, like I said earlier, to aggro on one shot. So let's see, it's probably like a 500 credit bounty. 205 credit bounty. This is one of the biggest. I'm gonna take just 2 minutes to rant. This is one of the biggest problems I have with this game. 205 credit bounty. Instead of issuing some kind of warning or rolling it into a fine, the police were going to execute me, and it was going to cost me 6.3 million right there underneath balance where it says rebuy cost for 205 credit bounty. Myself and many players have complained about this for forever. Supposedly they're making changes to it with one of the big updates this year, but I don't really have my fingers crossed or my hopes up. Anyways, since I literally can't do anything in the system for the next 8 minutes, give or take, I suppose now's a good time to wrap up. Here's to hoping this test goes well, and here's to hoping my new set of tutorial and Let's Plays do well for Elite Dangerous. I really enjoy this game, and I hope that you guys do too. Until next time, goodbye now.
Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you think about subscribing to my channel or hitting that like button up there? I'd really appreciate it. If for some reason you didn't like it, feel free to exercise your right to hit the dislike button. Regardless of whether you liked it or not, I'd love to have some comments down in the comment section below. We can talk about whatever it was you liked or didn't like. If you want to find me in other places and support me in other ways, you can do so by following the link in the description to my Patreon. You can also follow the link to my Twitter page, or just go to Twitter and follow me at JMA4707. If you want to watch me stream games on Twitch, you can do so over at twitch.tv/JR4707, and the link to that is also in the description below the video. If you want to hear me ramble on about video games for hours at a time with my partner in crime, Caffeine Rage, you can do so by following the link to our podcast, bglpodcast.podbean.com. Until next time, bye-bye now.